Hello out there, everybody. It's been a while since my last video, and since I mainly talk about my hair in all my other videos, I figured that now I can talk about, when you take dreadlocks out. I'm sorry that my face is so white. I don't have good lighting in my room, and I can't really fix it. But I thought I could talk about, hair care after you take dreadlocks out, and what it's like to have hair once you take your dreadlocks out and stuff. Yeah, I'll get started. I think I may have mentioned in my last video or two videos ago, I don't know, that when I took my dreads out, my hair was pretty long. In fact, it's about down to like here, so like about my second rib, and it got really, since the way I took out dreads was I had to comb it out. I used some hair products, and then I'd use a crochet hook, and that like really broke up my hair. So by the time it was down to here, it looked really gross and like stringy, and like here it was really like a lot thicker, and here it was really thin, and so it was like, I'm not gonna walk around like this. I'm gonna cut it off so I can have healthy hair. So I cut it off to about like here-ish. My hair has grown actually quite a bit since then, like about an inch actually, which is pretty great because it's only been, I don't actually know, so maybe like an inch, inch and a half that it's grown, but it's been a couple of months, and normally my hair takes a really long time to grow. But my cat's making a bunch of noise, but she's lonely because my sister left, and she's my sister's cat, and my sister's your human, so she's sad. But anyways, so yeah, when I cut off my hair, I cut it, well actually first time I cut it to about here-ish, but then I realized that it was still like not really healthy, so I cut it a little bit shorter. And then since then I've been doing things to sort of speed up the process of my hair growing, and I've been doing the inversion method. I don't know if it actually works or not. You can look it up. It's literally just like you flip your hair over and then you massage your scalp for like 4 or 5 minutes, and you can use oils in your hair while you're doing it. You can use different hair masks. Homemade hair masks, I would say, are the best, just because you know exactly what you're putting into it, and it's just, if you know what you're putting into it, then you know what's going to be making your hair healthy. It's not like you're grabbing a hair mask and there's like all this monoxide, deoxide, ethanoxide stuff that you can't even read on the label. So, I mean, a rule of thumb is actually that if you can't really pronounce a lot of the things on the, well, I guess this is for food. I don't really know about hair products. But if you can't pronounce a lot of the things on the label, maybe you shouldn't be eating it. But I kind of use that for my hair too. So like there are some things where there are like those ethanols, monoxides, and I don't even know what those are. So I might be saying things that are real things but don't apply to hair products. But regardless, I figure sometimes they have like those big long words, but then they'll say in brackets like flower whatever extract or whatever, and it gives you like a little bit of a, gives you a better description of what it is. But regardless, I've been starting to use like all natural products on my hair, just because when I used to have really really bad acne, and so what I would do is that I would try lots of different stuff. I tried clinical stuff, I tried proactive, I tried regular stuff, and the only stuff that worked better than all of them was all natural products. I need stuff with all natural products for my face, and so I figure that it's probably best for my hair too. And there's nothing wrong with having all natural products, because it's most likely that it's not going to be harmful to your hair, and it's not going to have a bunch of like, additives in there that you don't really want. So yeah, I've been doing stuff like that. But on top of that, I've been doing hair masks without doing the inversion method. So like sometimes I'll use egg and olive oil and honey, and sometimes I'll just do olive oil. There's one that actually worked really really well on my hair. What you do is you do olive oil on your hair. You put olive oil all through your hair, focusing mainly on the ends, because for me that was where the most breakage was. And then you like put your hair up in a t-shirt. I'll explain why in a minute. And then it's probably best if you put a towel on your pillow and like around the area that you're sleeping, and then you leave it in all night, and then you wash it out in the morning. It worked wonders. My hair was so soft. But make sure you get it all out, because recently I did a hair mask, and I didn't get it all out, and my hair was really greasy, and I was like, oh, maybe it's like just really shiny from like the hair mask. But no, it was oily and greasy and not very pretty. So yeah, I had to wash it out twice. But so I've been doing research on different ways to kind of strengthen your hair, And one of them is, you don't need to get trims all the time. You don't need to trim your hair all the time, because that's going to not, your hair is never going to grow if you keep trimming it, right? So, if you trim it once, get all your split ends cut off, then you're probably good. If you've got split ends, what tends to happen is that, let's say your hair starts to split like about here. So then your hair will start to split, and then it won't look like it's growing, because it'll just grow into the split ends, and then your hair will keep splitting, and it just won't look like it's growing, and it'll just grow into like this unhealthy hair. But if you cut your ends off, then your hair will start to grow healthily, and the ends will be healthy. Sometimes if you have like some split ends, you can fix it. Like I had some split ends from when I cut my hair, but you can't even really tell now. My hair looks really healthy, actually. And I didn't think that my hair was going to feel like regular hair. And by that, I mean, when I took my dreads out, my hair felt really coarse. And I was told that that was like a normal thing. And I thought that that was just going to be my hair, until it grew out. But the thing is that I started doing all these hair masks, and I started to try and make my hair healthy. And now it feels normal. It feels like regular hair. It doesn't even look like I had dreadlocks before. So yeah, I think that's that's one thing that really helped a lot. Back to the t-shirt thing. So I've been doing research on what's good for your hair, like just little things that you can keep up on. And one of them is that after you have a shower, instead of using a towel, you get an old t-shirt and you dry your hair with that. And the reason for that is because towels are specifically made to soak up all the heat, not the heat, all the water, right? So that's kind of the point. You get out of the shower, you want to get dried off, but it's kind of damaging to your hair, because your hair needs some moisture and some oils, and the towel just kind of takes that all away. And so you can do one of two things. If you want to avoid that, you can get I forget what it's called, like a synthetic, or I think it's synthetic towel, which can be kind of expensive, or you can have the same effect with an old t-shirt, and it's fine. So I started using old t-shirts. And another thing that you can do, when you're brushing your hair, is you start from the ends. Like, a lot of people know this, but some people don't. I didn't know this. That's why I'm saying it. You start brushing from the ends, and then you gradually go up like this as you're brushing your hair, because if you start from the roots and you run into a knot right here, then you end up pulling out a knot like this big and a bunch of hair like this much. And so then, like, you don't want that. The way to prevent that is from starting from the bottom and working your way up, so that you don't run into a knot up here and then comb all your hair out. You like start doing it gradually, and then you meet it up here and you comb it out regularly, and you don't lose a shit ton of hair. So there's that. Another thing that you can do is when you're in the shower, so shampoo is naturally made just to, like, it cleans your hair, but it doesn't soak up moisture, so it kind of dries out your hair. So when you are using shampoo, it's probably best if you focus on your roots as opposed to your ends. Not to not wash your ends, but to not, what I used to do is I would like put soap on my hair, and then I'd put it all up, and then like in the soap, and it would stay there, and like I'd scrunch it all around. And I don't do that anymore, because I don't even know if it actually makes a difference or not, but I figure, why not do every little thing, right? Because, like, it doesn't really take any time out of my day. In fact, it shortens the day, because I don't, like, waste my time, like, making hairstyles with this shampoo stuff. So, yeah, it's like you kind of avoid the ends a little bit more, and you focus on the roots, because that's where all your oils are. And then if you use conditioner, what you do is you focus more on the ends, because conditioner has more oils in it, and your ends need that more than your roots do, because your roots are naturally going to have more oils in them. So you focus more on your ends and then work your way up to the roots, and that works really well. I had another point that I just lost. Oh, I wish I could remember it. But yeah, I've been trying to do a lot of things that sort of try to speed up the hair growing process, just little things, because I just want my hair to grow, and I really want to enjoy it long. And I don't know if I mentioned this in my last video, but I have shorter hairs. So like some hair is like around here-ish, and then I have some hair that's so short. Like, look at this. It's not even bangs. It just is like that. And I'm pretty sure I know why, but I don't want to get into it. But regardless, so I'm trying to help it grow, and it is growing. So I know that. And I have another thing I would recommend, though I haven't been abiding by it, is to not really use heat products. I obviously use a curling iron, because my hair is not naturally curly. It's basically straight with some waves in it sometimes. But yeah, so sometimes I use a curling iron. But that being said, I've been using it less, and I've been using it for a shorter period of time than I used to. I used to spend a lot of time on my hair, but now I try not to spend as much time on it. But crap, I had it again, what I was going to say, and I was gonna be like, oh, that point that I lost, that I was gonna say, I have it, but I fucking lost it again mid sentence. Um, Shit. It's something simple that I do all the time that I just can't remember. But yeah, so I mean, taking your dreads out, first of all, I had all of my dreads for about 2.5 years, and I was able to comb them out. Like, don't get me wrong, I wasn't able to comb them out willy nilly. Like, it took a little while, but I got them all out, and people never believed me when I told them that you can comb out dreadlocks. They'd be like, "Oh yeah, you sure you can?" It's like, yeah, I can. I didn't use any products in my hair. I didn't use any wax. Like, I can totally comb them out, no problem. It'll take me like a couple of days because I'm lazy and I don't want to spend like, just like 6 hours just combing out all of my dreadlocks. But I can get it done, and I did. I showed them all. Showed them all. Damn it! I really wish I could remember that other point. It's really simple. Oh well. If I remember it, I'm sure I'll post a comment or something about it. But yeah, I don't really know what else to say. What I plan on doing with my hair is growing it long, and by long I mean long, like down to my ass, like long, and then enjoying it long, and then getting dreadlocks again. But this time I'm going to do the freeform dreadlocks and see how that goes. I'm scared though, because I'm scared that I'm not gonna like the way it looks, but I think that I will, because when I see the natural freeform dreadlocks, they do have a lot of loose hair, and that's what I like. I love the loose hair, and I love like the natural look. So I guess my train of thought just kind of talked me back into it. There you go. Damn it! I really wish I could remember that other point. What are you doing? You know how cats like getting in boxes? So I've been since it's around like Christmas time, well it's after Christmas, but I've been leaving like boxes out, and they've totally just been jumping on inside of them all day and loving them. If you leave a bag out open, they'll like try and get inside. My cats, I mean. But yeah, I guess that's about it. I think I've said that like 2 or 3 times now, and then continue talking. I don't really know what else to say about it. I don't really have much to tell you on hairstyle. I just keep putting it back because I don't like the top part of my hair. It's very short, like I said, and I just don't like, well, not very short, but it's shorter, and I just don't like the way it looks. So I'm waiting for it to grow, and I'm gradually just doing the inversion method and all these things. In fact, I looked up this one girl, I can't remember what her name is. I think the name of the video is like 2 inches in 1 week, and like I'm pretty sure that the title is actually 2 inches in 1 week or something like that, or 1 inch in 5 days or something. It's something along those lines. And yeah, so she talks about like a homemade hair mask. I forget what she calls it. Like hair boost or something like that, and it's got a bunch of different stuff in it. It's got like garlic seed oil in it, and like I think canola oil maybe. I don't really remember, but I've been meaning to go out and get the stuff, except right now I don't have a job, so and I'm moving soon to out east, so I'm waiting to move out east because that's gonna happen in a couple weeks, and then I'm gonna get a job, and then I'm gonna buy all the stuff that I want to buy to make my hair grow. But yeah, that's all I have to say, I guess, for the 4th time. And if you have any questions, please feel free to ask me. I love answering questions. Even if you have questions about dreadlocks, I will be happy to answer them. Oh, now that I remember, somebody asked me, oh, what did your hair look like when you before you got dreadlocks? By the way, it didn't look like this. It was a lot shorter, but it was still thin, and the person said that she had like fairly thin hair. I have really thin hair. It might not look like it, but I really do. And yeah, so anyone can make dreadlocks. Don't worry about it. Just make sure that you section it properly, and the more your hair grows, the thicker your dreads will get, and then the longer they'll look and the thicker your hair will look. And yeah, so I just wouldn't worry too much about it. Just go for it, dive on in, do some research, and go for it. But again, would not recommend using wax. I say that all the time. Please don't use wax. I have never done it, and honestly I don't even know if it does the horrible things that people say, but I've looked up a bunch of things, and most people say don't use wax, so I'm just maybe it's propaganda, but I'm just going to say it anyways. Don't use wax in the hopes that your hair doesn't. So maybe if you want to take out your dreads, you can do it, or so that if you don't want mold in your dreads, you can do it, or if you just, want to change them or something, you can. Just don't do it because just the in case, because it's better to do something where you have more options to do something afterwards as opposed to pick wax and then you can't do anything. So just avoid it, please. And honestly, I would say that um, don't get it done in a hair salon because they probably won't do it the way you want it to be done, just because hairdressers are not, unless you go to a place that like normally does dreadlocks, hairdressers generally aren't the best at doing dreadlocks just because it's not a normal thing for people to go in and ask for dreadlocks. Not that they're not skilled and that they couldn't do it, but they just, you might not get what you want. And honestly, you'll be saving a shit ton of money by not going in and getting it done professionally when you can do it at home for free. And yeah, no products, just get a friend and sit down for 5-6 hours and get it done. Or some people space it out and they do like certain dreads at a time. I'm talking too much. Anyways, have a good one, guys. Any questions, feel free to ask. Toodles.